welcome to this edition of Raw Blog, right here on my very own YouTube channel. And as I said, I've been vlogging, I've said a few times before, I've been vlogging now fairly regularly since the first week in December or so. Although I've had this YouTube channel for quite a few years, because we used to post some of the shows that we did back in Ontario on this channel. And I think way down at the bottom, if you scroll through the videos at the bottom, you will see Oscar Wilde's importance of being earnest is there. And the other one is All for None, the musical show, which I wrote and actually play Sister Mary Margaret in. And I think those videos are down there at the bottom. But yeah, so it's been fun doing these videos, and I hope the views continue to rise. But in the meantime, we're just going to push on ahead and do more videos for you here on this Raw Blog. Now, I mentioned videos, and I mentioned Oscar Wilde a couple of seconds ago. One thing that YouTube does, the YouTube channels allow you to basically vacation and take a trip most places in the world. So you can do searches and do what I call walkabouts, and what a lot of the people who are filming the walkabouts call walks. And you can get walks in London, you can get walks in Paris. I've been watching walks lately in Israel, cities like Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, and I've learned a lot. And because they're in high def, some of these videos are toured. People talk their way through the videos and tell you. Others just let you walk down the street as you normally would if you were right there at the moment. And most of these videos are posted every day, so you can see a lot of new videos every day of the week in Paris, France, for instance. And lately, I've been watching some videos to learn about Tel Aviv in Israel, and some of the old Roman sites throughout Israel too are there in the videos. And it's quite neat to watch, and you learn a lot, and you actually feel like you've been away. Now, mentioning Oscar Wilde, as I said, there was a video I saw the other day, and a young man did a video inside Pere Lachaise Cemetery. Now, Pere Lachaise is an old cemetery in Paris that actually the hubby and I were at a few years ago. And there's some famous people buried there. Oscar Wilde is one of those people buried there. And they actually have his grave has this huge monument on it, and it's surrounded in plexiglass because people were kissing it and throwing flowers and whatnot on it. So there's a plexiglass around it, which I saw in this video as well. Also in that cemetery is Jim Morrison of The Doors. And people try to jump over the fence all the time and sit and smoke pot with him. Okay. And then Edith Piaf, Rien, and La Vie en Rose, she is also in that cemetery. Always fresh flowers on her grave. Tons of flowers too. And there's a few other people you'd recognize if you were to walk through. And you can see the list of the people and buy a tour guide book. Or I think they even had some pre-printed guides that you could go through Pere Lachaise. But it's a huge cemetery. It takes a long time, and some of it can be a little confusing, even if there are maps and whatnot laid out. But I thought it's rather interesting that this tour, from a different point of view, was posted, and I was able to relive some memories of one of the times in Paris a few years ago. But even the London, the other day, a channel that was doing a walkabout in Portobello Road in London, and it was on the weekend. And of course, Portobello Road is filled to the brim with vendors in front of the stores, and it's really, really an amazing place to be, and a place which I've now added on my list the next time that we are in London to take a little tube ride over to Portobello Road. So I have to research that a little bit. Always heard about it, but never saw it in person, and never saw how busy it is on the Saturdays on the weekend when they have this huge market there. So YouTube, yes, there are some negatives about YouTube, I will grant you. And there's some YouTube channels out there that are all for money, and you got to kind of watch. Like anything, you don't just let someone knock on your front door and you promise to give them $100 a month for the rest of your life, do you? We don't do that. So it's the same thing on YouTube. Check out the channels before you decide to support some of the channels, and send them money, of course. So you have to be very careful about that. But YouTube is a great learning device as well. And as I said, there are places, I walked the ramparts around the wall in Bethlehem not Bethlehem, I'm sorry, Jerusalem back a couple of weeks ago. It was fascinating. I knew there was a wall around the city, but I didn't know you could walk on top of it. And I didn't quite know how the city was quartered up into the four quarters that are there today: the Armenian quarter, Christian quarter, the Jewish quarter, and the Muslim quarter. And I also learned that the largest quarter owned in Jerusalem and is controlled by Muslims. So you see the things you learn on YouTube. And then, viewers, I mean, let's not even go there. I shouldn't even have to tell you the amount of information you learn from moi, right? It's amazing, isn't it, when you think of it? Well, I want to thank you so very much for coming into my YouTube channel today, this Rob blog. I hope you enjoy the information that's here. And I did check. I said the other day I was going to check and see how many I've done. I think I'm over 112 videos as it stands right now. So it's been a lot of fun, and thank you for the comments if you choose to make them. I don't get a lot of comments, but that's fine too. It doesn't matter. You don't have to add a comment if you don't like to. If you'd like to, you could do that. If you want to subscribe, you can do that as well, viewers. So I want you to take care of yourselves. Love and joy be all around in 2022. And we'll see you next time, right here on this very Rob blog. Bye for now.